You're with the news first. Now let me tell you a story about what's happening elsewhere in the country. Former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca was taken to a private hospital in Colombo for physiotherapy yet again today. Doctors advised former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca to obtain physiotherapy for 7 consecutive days for a shoulder injury he had developed. After robbing my votes during the presidential elections, they said they obtained 5.7 million votes. They garnered 4.7 million votes at the general election. At this election, they only received 3 million votes. The government is deteriorating. The opposition is not strong and united. That is the problem.
It is a known fact that many accidents occur as a result of drunk and careless driving. One individual was killed due to a series of accidents caused by one such driver in the Malsiripura area in Kurunegala.
The accidents were caused last evening by a lorry transporting clothing items for a private firm in Hinguragoda to Mavatagama. The police stated that the lorry driver, who was also the owner of the vehicle, was drunk at the time. The lorry has first collided with a bus in the Omaragolla area in Gokarala but had continued its journey. A group of trishaw drivers who saw what happened had given chase with the aim of stopping the hit-and-run lorry. Noticing the trishaws in pursuit, the lorry had turned to the Abanpula lane of a sub-road and driven towards the Malsiripura area. A youth in the area who noticed the speeding lorry had begun following it on a motorbike in order to stop it. The police said that the youth had ordered the lorry driver to stop the vehicle near the Karadagola junction. However, the lorry driver who disregarded this had then run over the youth and his motorbike and driven away. The youth died subsequent to being admitted to the Kurunegala Teaching Hospital. The lorry, which had by now caused 2 serious accidents, then hit a jeep belonging to the security forces. This was to be the lorry driver's Waterloo. The security officials had taken custody of the lorry and handed it over along with the driver to the Gokarala police. Police stated that the suspect was produced in court today. The motorcycle victim was 27-year-old J.M. Viraj Priyanga Jayasundara, a resident of the Abanpula area who had returned home from abroad just a few days ago. Meanwhile, another lorry belonging to the owner of the lorry which caused the accidents had arrived to transport the clothing items from the confiscated lorry. However, a group had set fire to this lorry in the Abanpula area this morning.
Journalism Awards for Excellence 2010, organized by the Sri Lanka Press Institute and the Editors Guild, was held in Colombo last evening.
President of the World Association of Newspapers, Jacob Matthew, was the chief guest at the occasion. Four senior journalists were presented with the Gold Lifetime Achievement Award for their service to the media. Veteran artist Bandula Harishchandra, senior journalist S.M. Gopalaratnam, Sarat Kure, who was a pioneering member of the Sri Lanka Editors Guild and rendered an immense service over a period of 4 decades, and veteran journalist Lloyd Rajaratnam Devaraj were presented with the Lifetime Achievement Awards. Mervyn De Silva Journalist of the Year Award was won by Gayan Kumara Veerasinghe. Meanwhile, the Professor K. Kailasapati Award for reporting under special circumstances was presented to Balyandran Prathipan from Thinakural Weekly, with the Cartoonist of the Year Award was presented to Avanta Kularatna of the Daily Mirror. Chatara Korikara from the Rivera clinched the award for Photojournalist of the Year. Upali Vijayawardhan Feature Writer of the Year Award was presented to all 3 mediums. B.S. Sirivardhan Award for the Columnist of the Year, Best Environmental Report of the Year, Subramaniam Chettiar Award for reporting on social issues, as well as Sports Journalist of the Year, were several other awards that were presented. Other awards that were presented were the Denzil Perez Young Reporter of the Year, Best Design Newspaper of the Year, and Scoop of the Year.
The Ministry of Health has made a request from the Sri Lanka Medical Council to temporarily suspend the registration of foreign doctors serving at private hospitals in the country until the committee report that was appointed to look into unqualified foreign doctors who are serving in the country is released. The committee has been appointed by the Secretary to the Ministry of Health.
The Ministry of Health stated that some patients are at great risk as a result of being treated by unqualified foreign doctors serving at private hospitals. The ministry noted that the Government Medical Officers Association has also pointed out this matter. Based on this, measures have been taken to appoint a committee chaired by the Director General of Health Services to look into this issue. The report of the committee is due in 2 weeks.
You're with News First, taking a look at other local stories now. The Attorney General filed indictments against Lalit Kotalavala and 8 persons of Golden Key Credit Card Company before the Colombo High Court Judge Deepali Vijayasundara today. The indictments that included 91 charges were handed over to the accused in open court. The primary charges were conspiracy to convert the credit card company to a financial company, which is contrary to law and allowing people to deposit money. Among the other charges were aiding and abetting to convert the company to a financial company. The other accused persons were Kavan Michael Pereira, Adigura Gamage, Sarada Prasanna Sumanasekara, Suramya Karunaratna, Jude Leonard, Naranjan Fernando, Cicely Priya Kamini Kotalavala, Padmini Kamala Devi Karunanaika, Punya Shanta Ranathunga, and Vidana Patrilage Dharmasiri. State councils Gihan Kulutunga and Damit Totavata are prosecuting this case. 780 persons have been listed as witnesses, and the prosecution is to submit 62 documents before court. State Counsel Damit Totavata sought the permission of court to begin proceedings without Cicely Kotalavala, who is absconding arrest. The case will be called up again on the 17th of November.
The National Water Supply and Drainage Board has announced that the water supply to the Colombo North region will be disrupted for a period of 27 hours from 9 a.m. next Saturday to carry out repair work.
Issuing a release, the Water Board states that the water cut will be in effect from 9 a.m. next Saturday until 12 noon on Sunday. The water supply to the Palligoda, Wattala, Bragama, Jayala, Valisara, Kalaniya, Biagama, Kiribadgoda and Kadavata areas will be interrupted due to the Kalaniya South water purification plant being connected to the main supply line. According to the release issued by the National Water Supply and Drainage Board, it hopes to complete renovation work prior to the Ramadan fasting period.
Co-Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Sajith Premadasa, says that he is attempting to create a society that can be proud of itself through true religious revival. He expressed this view during another phase of the Sasunata Aruna program, which was held in the Thamalagambu area in Trincomalee yesterday.
Under the Sasunata Aruna program, financial aid was provided by Parliamentarian Sajith Premadasa for the development of the Thamalagambu 98 Junction Mohidin Juma Mosque.
I would like to state happily that what we are trying to bring about through a true religious revival is to create a better lifestyle and to create a respectable society. I didn't go to the government saying I have to work for the people. I don't engage in politics to fill my pockets. We should put a stop to politics filled with lies and corruption.
Myra Mela Trade Fair and Carnival commenced today. This will be held until the 31st at the public ground in Kurunegala.
The event, which has been organised by the Old Boys Association of Mavanella Mayurapalda Central College together with News First, comprises of several activities. Screen tests will be carried out during all 3 days at the mobile studio, which has been set up in the carnival grounds. Furthermore, several promotional programs will also be organised. Several musical shows with popular bands will take place at the venue starting from today up until the 31st of this month.
I would like to invite everyone to visit Mavanella and experience this carnival. We also invite all past pupils of the Mayurapalda Central College to visit the school during these 5 days.
Meanwhile, the Eslo News First Danamutu Sayane will be conducted on the 30th and the 31st of this month at the Mavanella Mayurapalda Central College from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It will see the participation of architects, civil engineers, surveyors, lawyers, astrologers, plumbers and feng shui experts. Meanwhile, a special mobile service is also being conducted during these 2 days to carry out plumbing repairs in the houses of the area free of charge. Advice on obtaining bank loans as well as advice on water and electricity connections could also be obtained. On the 13th, Action TV revealed about the fraud that had been carried out on the renovation of D.S. Naika Street, the main road to the Ampara town, which has not been renovated since the widening of the road under the Gamudar project in 1981. In March 2009, tenders were called to renovate this road stretch, which is 880 meters in length, and the Road Development Authority refused to hand over the tender to the contractor, who had been selected without citing a proper reason. Subsequently, the Road Development Authority commenced renovation of this road in July 2009. The RDA, which constructed this drain, which is 100 meters long during a period of 2 months, then abruptly halted all work. Later on, this project was handed over to a contractor based on a tender that was called in October 2010. According to the tender conditions, the project needed to be commenced in November 2010, but the contractor began work only in January this year. On the 13th, Action TV revealed about the renovation work that had been carried out for 5 months, and the chief engineer of the Road Development Authority had to explain this substandard renovation work to the Ampara district parliamentarian Rear Admiral Sarat Veerasekar yesterday. Action TV pointed out that even before a lapse of 6 months, the drains which had been constructed alongside the road had cracked. The chief engineer explained the reasons that had led to this situation.
The people hang around here after getting drunk in the afternoon. That is why the drains have cracked. We cannot agree with you. How can the people drink and hang around? There is the police and the army all over.
Incidentally, it is a drain that had been constructed by the RDA in July 2009 that have cracked more than the drains that have been constructed by the private contractor. 11,141,612 rupees have been spent for this drain and to replace the electricity and telephone post alongside the road. However, electricity and telephone posts are yet to be erected. Furthermore, 26,300,000 rupees have been estimated for the renovation of this 880-meter stretch of DS Ranayaka Street. Should such large sums of public money be entrusted to officers who only seem capable of producing unacceptable excuses? Secretary to the Ministry of Highways, this is once again over to you.
Smart Media, the annual report company, has won several prestigious awards at the League of American Communications Professionals Vision Awards. The company's business, which spans across 6 countries, including Sri Lanka, announced this achievement at an event to felicitate and recognize their Sri Lankan clients whose latest reports won awards at the LACP Vision Awards. Governor of the Central Bank, Ajit Nivard Cabral, was the chief guest at the event held in Colombo last evening. During the event, it was also announced that Smart Media had won the Gold Award for the Worldwide Agency of the Year for annual reports.
If you see the Mahinda Chintana, you would see a chapter that is of small companies being assisted to become medium-scale companies to be assisted and supported to become conglomerates, and those that are in the higher echelons of our Sri Lankan business world to be able to conquer the world, to become global players. And one of the ways in which global players are made is by having the acceptance of worldwide investors in your company. And projecting your company through the annual report is a very important part of a company's progress. It captures the entire gamut of the being of the company, and I'm happy that that is now being recognized in our country, and it is being recognized worldwide as well.
Subsequently, Sri Lankan clients of Smart Media were presented with awards in recognition to their achievements.